Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Air Kitty. Alright, so we are back with the doll haul, I guess I'm gonna call this. Sounds like a good name. Olaf also wants to be part of the video. Say hi, Olaf. And so, there was something in my last video that I actually totally forgot about. I was actually really super tired. Because as I said in the recording, I was recording this really late at night. I actually waited until this morning to do it, just so I was, fresh with energy and stuff like that, and we could get through quite a bit of it. But the thing that I had forgotten was I actually got some dolls for Christmas that I didn't get to show off, actually. And so I haven't unboxed, I especially haven't unboxed the second one, for good reason. But this one, so this is the pet photographer. I saw the dog and the nice dress and I thought veterinarian for some reason. But pet photographer. And it's funny because like on the back of the box with the artwork, it looks like here, like, her hair like has a lot of volume and everything. And I'm very tempted to take her out of her box to see, like, her hair and everything like that, as well as, like, get the little dog out. But I think for right now, I'm just going to keep her in her box for the moment. Just because I can't really think of a reason why necessarily, other than the fact of I have no reason to open her just yet. I'm like, in the event that I need more Barbies for something, I will open her up, but for right now, I just want to keep her in the box. Only because also I have two other Barbies that usually fit for any occasion that I need, and on top of that, the only reason why they are unboxed is, in a sense, they're a little bit more special. The 90s one, obviously, the Working Woman Barbie one, at the time, I thought the features would work, but of course, the batteries were really super old. And the components inside are really super old, so she wasn't gonna work. And I wanted to take her out to test that to see if it would work. And the other one, which I think was actually the 60th anniversary, which is funny because that one was probably the one I should have kept in the box, and then I should have unboxed this one. That was actually the very first Barbie that my sister's actually gotten me. And I kind of like the dynamic that I go with this. So the 90s Barbie, I feel like is more like me. She has a little bit more of a more retro, kind of more elegant style, a little bit more businessy, I suppose. While the 60th anniversary or the astronaut Barbie, she actually reminds me a lot of my sister in the fact that, she seems a little bit more, kind of like more tomboyish, is a little bit more into function versus fashion kind of idea. And I think even the body types are a little bit the same too. Both of them have really cute body types, but I feel like they kind of resemble my sister and I. I have much more of like the more prominent hourglass figure, kind of like the old Barbie does, where my sister has she's very slender. She's not necessarily board-like. She still has an hourglass shape in a sense, but it's less prominent, I feel like, than mine. For me, it's like I got the big hips and the big bust, and then it kind of cinches out a little bit in the middle, and then my sister is just skinny everywhere. She's just too perfect, okay? But so yeah, there's the pet photographer Barbie. My sister actually did get me that one as well for Christmas. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really glad. I'm even happier that I have a little bit more diversity among my Barbies. So which is why I'm a little bit more tempted to open her up so that way, like, it's like I can have more diversity. But then the other Barbie I got, and this is the one that I'm never gonna unbox. I hate to say it, she's gonna stay in the box. And it is the 2022 Holiday Barbie. Now obviously this is a collector Barbie. You could take her out and display her or something like that. I am just going to keep her in the box for the fact that she is a collector Barbie. Yeah, and it's even funnier because I also want to just kind of keep her in the box too, because my mom was also, she also collected Barbies as well, and I remember very vividly I found a box or bag of something like that of collector Barbies. Like, I think going as far back as like the 70s, from like when she was a kid. And I remember asking my mom, I think I had to have been like 6 or 7. I was like, Mom, you have Barbie dolls too? Can I play with them? And I remember her being like, you can play with them, but they have to stay in the box. And a lot of them, they had that flap that would open up, so like you could still see the Barbie, you could still touch the Barbie, but she was like, you know how the 90s were. She was cinched in, she was glued in, she was clamped in. You weren't getting her out for the life of you. Not without ripping the box. And I respected my mother in that fact, where I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna try to get the Barbie out. She said no. So, I remember just kind of playing with the Barbies in their box. But they were very pretty Barbies for the time and everything like that, and I don't think my mom still has them. I would hope that she would. But if she did, I would love to ask her if I could put them on, a video or something like that to show everyone, like, these are the Barbies that she has. Include my mother in my Barbie journey. But so I just wanted to show those two off because I forgot to do it yesterday. On top of that, the video was kind of long. So I didn't want to take up too much time with that. Granted, this video is probably going to be really long too. I don't know how much I'm going to get done in this one video, and then maybe I have to switch to another part. We'll see. But so, the next part, and this is what makes me say it's a doll haul and less of like a Barbie doll haul in a sense, because even though a lot of these items are Barbie related, very much like with the clothes, I have a lot of items that just belong for dolls in general. They're not specified for Barbie necessarily. Some of them were probably made in inspiration for Barbie, but they're not necessarily, like, they're not Barbie branded necessarily, not all the items. But so, I think I mentioned something about the whole idea that you can find a lot of, especially older Barbie things, at like thrift stores. And one of my biggest hobbies is going to thrift stores to find these items. It's also just really exciting when you do find it, because it's not like going to the toy store and then just going to the massive Barbie section and just finding stuff. It's still pretty exciting when you find the doll that you really, really want, or the one that you feel like just vibes with you. As well as the fact of, like, when you see some of the play sets and everything, the play sets were always what got me. But it feels even better because it's like, when you go to the thrift store, especially when it's something like, something that has to be donated or has like a very high rotation, in its items. It's almost rewarding because it's like you had to have been there at the right time, at the right place to get that item. Sort of. I mean, you can always probably find them online too, but it feels more rewarding just to go to the thrift store to find it. And I think one thing that I don't think a lot of people really think of when it comes to kind of cheaper Barbie or doll accessories and even just items in general is the Dollar Tree store. I was actually quite surprised to see that the Dollar Tree store kind of sold Mattel's items. I would have thought that Mattel wouldn't have wanted to sell their items that low. But I did start thinking about it even more. And I know that they've been selling Barbie stuff at the Dollar Tree store for years. But it's even funnier because I think even, at least what I remember from like the last couple of years, I think even with the inflation rates kind of going up, Barbie with the places and everything has actually stayed fairly cheap, which I'm actually very surprised about. I'm very glad about that, but I'm also really surprised. And I know it's probably because the different material that they're using, I want to say that they've made the claim that the dolls themselves, like the newer dolls now, I'm gonna guess from like 2010 on, are made more with like recyclable material. So, you know, they're plastic, but they're more recycled plastic kind of idea. I can definitely see a difference in the two Barbies I have, the one from the 90s and the one from the 2010s that my sister got me. There's definitely a difference in the quality. And it's not necessarily a bad difference, it's just a big difference. Just because I think, like, the Barbie itself, the 90s Barbie, is kind of made with silicone rubber in some areas, like on the legs, whereas the 1950s, wow. The 2015 Barbie, the astronaut Barbie, she feels like she's made of plastic, like, on every single part. And on top of that, the plastic sections on the 90s Barbie feel very heavier. So it doesn't feel hollow at all, like the 2015 Barbie. The 2015 Barbie feels very light in weight, which is good, but it also feels more brittle. Like, I have to be very careful with this one because there's a lot of factors that could really damage it. Not just extreme temperatures, but like even a fall from a certain height or angle could accidentally break her. Whereas like with the 90s Barbie, I feel like, you know, she could probably withstand a few more degrees of extreme temperatures than the 2015, as well as the fact of, you know, I could drop her 20 times and the worst she's gonna get is maybe a little scuff here and there. She's not gonna break. Maybe her arms will break off, but I'm like, we can fix that. But yeah, so the Dollar Tree store has some pretty good doll stuff I found, at least for like a cheap price. So here's my items from the Dollar Tree store. And I have quite a few items in here. And it's funny too because at the point that I went to the Dollar Tree store with a lot of these items, they were doing a lot of like dollhouse furniture. And I was actually kind of impressed because I haven't seen a lot of doll furniture at, you know, the Dollar Tree store, but they do rotate out their stock quite often. So I wanted to pick it up, obviously, and because obviously it's only $1, so why not? And it kind of did like spark this inspiration for me that something I kind of noticed was like, even if the furniture isn't quite exactly to my liking, you know, it's kind of a good starter project for like if I wanted to work on like doll furniture or something like that, because I will say, maybe an unpopular opinion, but just something that I've kind of noticed is I'm not really in love with the the Barbie dream house and the doll houses that Mattel kind of comes out with, mainly because like a lot of the furniture items, they're just backdrop decorations. They are quite literally just a piece of cardboard that you put in the back of the house to make it, to like let you know what room's which. And I don't really like that. I am much more of like a, you know, Sullivan Family, Calico Critters kind of person where it's like, I want everything modeled in 3D. Right down to the little accessories like the spoons, the knives, the forks in the kitchen. I want the lamp with a little thing on it. And even like a little LED bulb in it that can go click and turn on. I want those tiny little details in it. And because for me, that amazes me. That is fantastic. And some of these items, you know, you can tell that they're kind of cheaper quality. But I'm like, I hate to say it, but I'm like, for as cheap as these are, I'm like, this is a bunch of furniture that I would have loved to have come into a Barbie dollhouse of some sort and not just had as a backdrop in it. So for me, I'm like, maybe in my lifetime, I don't know, maybe in my lifetime, I will have a dollhouse that I'll pick up and that I will actually decorate with the things I get. Or try to, at least. Because I don't know how well some of these are going to work out. as well as proportion size. I don't know how well it's gonna work out, but I feel like that would just be fun. And then on top of that, I'm like kind of imagining how I would be as a kid. It's like I would have wanted more furniture because I would have wanted to do the redecoration of, you know, the place and everything like that. So yeah. So starting off with the first item that I have here. So it looks like just like a little end table, I suppose, little coffee table. And it looks like there's quite a bit of detail. It doesn't look like the drawers come out at all. Unfortunately, they look like they're glued in. But I mean, it's a nice clean slate that you can start with for these. So that's why I like it. And that's why I'm kind of like, I was tempted to pick it up because I'm like, I have some acrylic paints, you know, out in my craft section. And I was like, you know, maybe one day when I finally get everything together, I will go ahead and I will paint this and put it in that dollhouse. For now, I think for me, I'm not going to open these up necessarily. Or should I? You know what? I'm going to go ahead and open this up, actually. I'm deciding that I'm going to open these up only for the fact of I'm like, the blister packs are not necessarily going to protect them at all. And I feel like it would be better just to open it up and have it as a comparison. Yeah, and I mean, the quality isn't perfect on it. You can definitely tell where there's like some gaps and it hasn't been glued properly, as well as the fact that there's like, see if I can get it to focus on it. Probably not, but like right here on the edge, there's like a little piece of glue that's like just kind of hanging off. So I'm like, I didn't see that when the blister pack was on. It looks like it's easily, like it can easily come off. But it would be kind of cute to redesign this in a sense, like kind of cut this section up and actually make these drawers. So you could actually put like little things in here, or even just make it one drawer and, you know, in the entire thing you just kind of open it up with one. That would be really cute. I don't know how I would do that, but it'd still be cute. I'm actually wondering how... Okay, let's put you off to the side. Ooh, let's take my 90s Barbie, the one that represents me. Kind of wondering, so if we have this just like that, how tall is Barbie next to it? Okay, so a little too short. But again, not exactly a problem, so to speak, only because I'm like, you could easily cut more like little wood pieces like this. You could even go outside and get sticks, just regular sticks from a tree for free, and then just cut those up into little wooden sticks like this, little square, well, rectangular squares like this, and then just attach them on the bottom to give it more height, so that it actually kind of sits more up at like Barbie's waistline. And then even then, if you did that, you could actually make a dresser out of this. That'd be pretty cool. Ugh. I'm interested to know as well, also, Kelly did get a little bit of a wash. I tried very hard to fix her hair. I think she's gonna have to do the hot boil for this to get her hair to kind of go down more properly, or I'll have to tie it back or something like that. But for now, this is what we're working with. You know, at least she's got kind of like, well, that didn't help. But I'm going to be using her as well for size comparison stuff, so I can kind of see, like, you know, what type of doll do these items work with. So, like, for Kelly, it's, like, perfect height on her. So maybe I'll make a Kelly dollhouse. A Kelly clubhouse. That would actually be really cute. I also need to get this Kelly more clothes. Just because her wings are in the way, and on top of that, she's she's got a stain on her dress. So that was cute. Again, that feels like it would need a little bit more work, because I don't think it's necessarily for the 11-inch dolls, but again, it'd be really cute for like a dollhouse kind of setup of some sort. Like the really old wooden ones. So the next one, and I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out of the blister pack. So it looks like a little table of some sort, like just a little dining table. And I do have to say that these items would work very well for like these really small dolls and everything, just because it is that kind of perfect height for them. And I guess to some extent, I guess if you wanted to, well, it'd kind of be a little low. I feel like you have to add some height. But this would actually make a pretty good like coffee table or something like that, like for like a living room stuff, like with Barbies. Maybe. But again, I wanted to have it so that, you know, again, if I wanted to do something for like a smaller doll set, or if I just wanted to, you know, work with it, make it something new for Barbies. Just because. This is actually a different one. This is a different table. I swear to you, because I have two now. And I'm realizing they're the exact same height and made almost with the exact same styles. But it's funny because they're actually made from two different companies, I suppose. Is it two different companies? No, technically it's not, but for some reason it's two different packages. I didn't realize this until just this moment, so now we have two tables. And that's, I mean, I don't mind. You can never have too many tables. One will be a backup if I screw up. So this is a little chair. Just a little chair. And even though the craftsmanship is a little shoddy, like there's this huge like headboard on it, and the legs don't necessarily meet up exactly. I think it's even crooked a little bit. Just a little bit crooked. I do like the amount of details that are on the rungs and everything, and on the legs. And the thing is like, so it wouldn't take that much for me to just reset these pieces, I don't think. I mean, I would probably want to reset it anyway just because there's like so much glue just kind of coming out from like all ends on it. Oh, that's showing up. I can't really tell. I'm too far away. But I mean, regardless, it's still like a really cute chair. I'm actually... Okay, so, I mean, the chair's a little... It's a little too tall for the table, but I mean, far away seems fine. Obviously, this chair would not necessarily work with Barbie. She doesn't want to sit straight in it anyways. Good for you, sweetheart. I knew you swung both ways. But Kelly, I think, might be okay. For the most part. I still hate her wings. Her wings get in the way of everything. She really needs a new outfit. But I mean, it's a cute little chair for like Kelly or something like that. So like if I got like a bunch of these, it'd kind of be cool to make like a, I don't know, maybe like a kid's classroom or something like that. Or like, you know, a kid's room sort of thing, like for the smaller dolls. But yeah. So here's a little dresser, which does not actually have, you know, drawers or anything. Like I cannot, these don't come out, they're just set in there. And I mean, for a decorative piece, this wouldn't necessarily be too bad. I want functionality though for my dolls. And I would probably definitely want to take this apart and make actual drawers, only because on the back, I don't know if you can necessarily see it too well, but like right there and stuff like that, it's really not put together that well. Like this is actually probably one of the worst pieces I've seen, just because it's, yeah, it's just really bad. And I'm trying to, oh god, yeah, like you can tell on the bottom, like it's even worse. And I mean, granted, it's like for $1, yeah, this is bad. And I mean, like, for a kid that's just putting a dollhouse together, it's like, this wouldn't be too bad to, like, necessarily give them as, like, a small, like, little project. Say, hey, you want to paint this and put this in your dollhouse? You know, just get a bunch of these and give it to a kid. Like, it's not necessarily a problem, but I mean, I guess for me, it's like, if I actually wanted to make a dollhouse and I want to make it look nice, I need to redo that. But again, I get these pieces especially for that fact. For the fact that, you know, it's good practice for me to be able to, like, kind of put the pieces together, like, reassemble it, make it look better. And then on top of it, like, realize, okay, what do I need in order to be able to build doll furniture if I wanted to? I have a lot of ambitions and dreams when it comes to projects, like, for the channel. I just hope to God that I actually live long enough to do them. Because I'm pretty sure my dreams and ambitions outlive me. Pretty sure. Okay, so I did actually find something that was kind of Barbie-like. I think it's from the Fashion Doll series. And yes, another Dollar Tree store item. And, yeah, the quality isn't quite as good because there's no back. But I thought, you know what? I don't have a grill. And I'm pretty sure in the haul that I've gotten, I don't think I've gotten a grill. So I'm like, this would actually be pretty good, I guess, if I wanted to do like an outdoor scene. And I mean, even this does interact. I have actually thought about doing like repainting this or just painting certain things about it. So like, you know, yes, keep it mostly pink, but then do stuff like, you know, make the grill part more like a black kind of charcoal, like so it's an actual grill. Make like some of the items like the handles and stuff like that and the knobs. Do like more of like a metallic silver kind of paint with those. I am also thinking about possibly breaking off this bit just because it's only being held together by like the smallest piece of plastic. Because I think it was like it's one piece, it's one plastic piece put together. But I thought about it and I was like, it might be more beneficial to just break this off and just put like latches or something, or like hinges. Well, maybe both, a latch and a hinge on here. Just so like, one, it's not as stiff, but then on top of that, it actually will sit properly, like actually sit closed. And so it actually looks like a regular grill. On top of that, this little plastic piece, you can kind of tell, like, I don't know if it's going to show up in this lighting. But, like, obviously, because it's plastic, because it's part of this piece, you can tell, like, there's already, like, that white band, the white line already starting to form in the back, which means, obviously, it's going to give any day now, pretty much. So, I'd probably want to fix that up. But again, it's like, it's a nice piece. It'd be a nice like little thing to just put into like a dollhouse for an outdoor section. And let's see, is Barbara even tall? Well, not really tall enough, but I mean, too tall really, but I mean, still a grill. I mean, actually, even God forbid if you just wanted to. Maybe. Obviously, the fashion doll line for the Dollar Tree store is funny because usually it says for like 11-inch dolls and stuff like that. I'm just like, pretty sure this is an 11-inch doll, or at least in the 11-inch range. No more than 11 and a half. And yet these dolls don't fit most of these items for the fashion doll line. You may be asking yourself at this point, why do you keep buying these things if they don't really work? To which I'm asking myself the same question. And I'm almost tempted now to bring my Barbie in now with me to the Dollar Tree store so that way I have them for size comparison. I can actually tell. Or bring in a ruler of just a ruler so that way I can actually measure it to say, like, this is visually 11 inches. This does not meet the proportion size. Because yes, I did get items like this, like a bathtub. Which, I actually like these standalone pieces a little bit more, just because they were a little bigger. And they did seem to possibly maybe fit a little bit better. Now, after having seen the grill, and now looking at this, and now seeing my Barbie, I'm not even sure if Barbie's even going to fit in this. But I'm certainly going to try. Not too bad, actually. Obviously, I think it'd be a little bit better if she didn't really have the clothes on. But I mean, it doesn't look proportionally... There we go. It doesn't look proportionally as bad as the grill. This actually looks somewhat proportional to the Barbie itself. Because, I mean, I guess for me, it's like, this kind of reminds me of, like, the lion clawed bathtubs from, like, the early 20th century, that one. And they were fairly small, because obviously people back then were a lot smaller. So I'm like, if I decorated this and made it look like one of those tubs, it would now be proportionally correct. Because I feel like even me, who's like 5'6", would still be too small or too big for like an early 19th century or early 20th and 19th century clawed bathtub. I did also get a bed for the Barbies. I'm not necessarily too attached to these style like doll beds. I'd much rather have it where it's the frame and you can put like a piece of foam on, like as a mattress, and then kind of assemble it, you know, manually, I suppose, and not have like the built-in, like just carved in bed sheets. But it was, again, I was like, this could still be a really cute doll piece if I wanted it. And again, I'm not necessarily sure. I feel like everything needs to be tested. Everything needs to be tested. Barbara, lie down. Barbara, you are a giant. You are apparently the Lady Demetrescu of the doll world. Now all we need to do is make you a vampire and you'll be perfect. But yeah, I mean, obviously this would fit a doll, just not my dolls. But again, only $1. I don't really care. Okay, this one I purely picked up because it was cute. I knew this was not going to fit any of my Barbies. I mean, it'll fit Kelly. Come here, Kelly. Boink. Fits Kelly just fine. So this might be another piece I like put into the Kelly Clubhouse dollhouse. But I got this again simply just because it was cute. There's a lot of nice, like, little details on there and stuff like that I'm like, if you were to paint this to distinguish it better and not make it just white, this would actually look really cute in a dollhouse, so I was like, I couldn't just pass it up, okay? Okay, and the last standalone item I had, and it's really funny because I always find this weird for a dollhouse in a sense, but I also find it weird that a lot of dollhouses don't have this. It's a toilet. They'll usually put a sink in, a shower in, you know, hair products, makeup products. Where's the toilet for Barbie to take her imaginary poops? And even better too, the lid actually lifts. So, you know, your imaginary Ken can actually use the toilet the way he wants to. Doesn't stay up though, because the flusher's in the way, but you know. It's the principle, the fact that it actually lifts up. It doesn't have anything on the bottom, so obviously there's nothing to catch your doll's imaginary poops or whizzes, but it does still work. This would be good for like an imaginary potty trained Chrissy kind of situation. But again, found it very interesting that they had a toilet for sale, and I was like, I very rarely see actually a toilet for sale for dolls. And very rarely do they ever come in doll houses. If they do, again, they're usually backdrop furniture, which I'm not a fan of. I'm like, no, if you're gonna put a toilet in my doll's bathroom, I want an actual toilet that they can sit on. Because I want us to address the disgusting truth that everything and everyone poops, okay? Let's just get that out of the way. I don't think Barbie's Lady Dimitrescu bottom is probably going to fit on this toilet. But I'm gonna try anyways. So let's try. Okay, we got our toilet. We got our Barbara. And we just gotta snap her legs a little. Not a second snap? No snap. No second snap. Let's just see if she at least just sits. Well, okay, she doesn't really sit because obviously her legs don't bend that far. I would love to get a better articulating body for my Barbara. So that, you know, she actually can, like, put her feet flat on the ground. Right now I just kind of have to hold her, but I mean, for the most part, she fits on it. Well, okay, that's with the lid down. She don't really fit with it like this, but I think it's mostly because of her skirt. But at least she sits on it by herself. You're doing great, sweetie. Kelly doesn't really want to sit on it either. Again, I'm gonna say it's probably because of her... Oh, hi Olaf. I didn't even realize he was sitting behind me. Yeah, I mean, she doesn't really want to sit on it, but I think that's probably because of her outfit. So again, another reason why I'm like, I need to get another outfit. Okay, so that was all the furniture items that I had. Now, we're on to the accessories and clothing items that I've gotten at the Dollar Tree store. And this is actually really funny because the accessory items are actually Mattel-produced products. Like, they're actually Barbie products, which I was, again, very surprised about. Because I didn't think the Dollar Tree store, I didn't think Mattel would want to sell their stuff for that cheap. But considering some of the items that they've been selling, at least like for the accessories and stuff like that, it kind of makes sense. Because I'm like, most of the accessories, they're small, they don't require as much work to be put into them as like the dolls do or the playsets do, so they're probably a little cheaper to produce. But still just as important to me. Because I'm trying to see if I can. Good enough. So again, at the time of me purchasing these, they had Chelsea accessories. And I was like, oh cool, that'd be cute like if I got like a Kelly doll to see if I could use these with her. Obviously I'm not gonna put the backpacks on her, but I am gonna see how well she holds the other items. But so, let me put one of these down so I can show you exactly what these all come with. So this one's called the On-the-Go backpack. And if it will focus. Okay, so as per usual, my camera doesn't want to focus on anything and I can't get it to focus. So I'm just going to describe to you what it is and then put a picture up next to me. So this one comes with a purple backpack that says Barbie Chelsea on the front. It has a little heart on the bottom pocket. And the details on the bag are actually pretty good. They have like two of the net mesh pockets on the side. Obviously they're all molded. There actually is an opening on the top of the bag so you can like open it and put things in. And like even the straps I can see, you know, are pretty detailed. There's a pink little camera on there with like a really small zoom lens on it. a green travel pillow that's in like the shape of a cat. Even has like a little face on it. And then there is a little gray toothbrush. Which again, another item I don't see very much with, you know, like dolls and stuff like that. They don't usually come with like little toothbrushes. But so I'm interested to see again how this is gonna work. Like if Kelly's gonna be able to use it still or not. Like if the Kelly and Chelsea stuff is interchangeable. So here's Kelly. Here's the bag. I'm not gonna try to put it on her, you know, completely, but I'm just gonna like see like if I wanted to, could she? And from the looks of it, you know, minus the fact that her wings are completely bent out of the way, if I actually did put both of her arms back, she probably really could wear this backpack. Look how cute that is. And again, like I said, there is like a little gap opening here. It's very tough rubber, so it doesn't open exactly how you would expect it. Like, I can even just barely get my finger in there. But I mean, it's very sturdy. It doesn't look like it's gonna break. Like, even the straps don't necessarily feel like they're gonna break at all. I'm kind of just tugging on them just to see, like, you know, how durable are they? But yeah, it's a really cute little backpack. Again, if like I want to make like more of like a school scene or something like that with a bunch of like little Kellys, it would actually be really cute to kind of have these backpacks. So I'm glad I got these. Just, I want to know, so I have this like little travel pillow thing. This little green travel pillow. I want to know, does it actually fit around Kelly's neck? Could I could actually. It doesn't quite look like a travel pillow, but she does have a travel pillow on her neck. Okay, so the camera's gonna be a little bit difficult because Kelly's fingers are too far spread apart. So she kind of just has to like balance it in between like 3 of her fingers. Yeah. And it just kind of wobbles there. So kind of a fail. I do see this where it's so small, and like on top of that, the little handle part here. It's very it's very loose. It's very flimsy. So I'm like, that's probably gonna break, and I'm not about that. Oh shoot. Okay, so again, the little toothbrush. It's cute, but it doesn't really fit on Kelly's toddler fingers. So unfortunately, she can't really hold it. She can kind of hold it like with her thumb if she's holding it backwards, but it doesn't quite look right. I tried kind of turning it, putting it in the other way, having it go like on the index finger or something like that. It does not. It just does not. So, no. I guess I will need a Chelsea doll, I suppose. To which I wouldn't be opposed to getting a Chelsea doll anyways. I just like the Kelly dolls a little bit better. Okay, so the next one is called the Sleepover Backpack. And this one has a teal colored backpack with the same logo, the Barbie Chelsea logo on the front, and a heart on the bottom pocket. The accessories though that this comes with is like a little brush with a handle on it, a little pink brush. A little purple teddy bear, which is super cute, and it looks like it has it's either a bow? Yes, it's a bow. I thought it was cherries at first on the front of it. And then I think it's a little nail polish bottle, like a little orange nail polish bottle. I don't think any of these are actually going to fit on the Kelly doll, but again, I'm going to try it out to see. So we have our little green bag. I'm not going to go ahead and try this on Kelly again because it's the exact same mold as the other one, so it should fit no matter what. But it's the exact same, you know, style, pattern, everything, even right down to like, whoops, even right down to like the little molded mesh pockets on the sides, which you can't see. The little bear is super cute actually, but it's kind of funny because its hand is up, like as if like it should be able to like, you know, Kelly should be able to like hold it like this, I suppose. But it doesn't have any, like, notches or anything like that. It's quite literally just a bear. Just like that. And actually, I think it is cherries that is on the front of it. I mean, it looks kind of like a bow, but it looks more like cherries, like with 2 leaves on it. And it would be kind of cool, like, with the little places where there's engravings, or like little places where they've carved out like the face and the cherry bow. It would actually be kind of cool to paint those in to give it a little bit more pop of color and to kind of help distinguish between like the item itself. Same thing with the camera and all the other little accessories. I think that's kind of like now my goal is just to kind of like paint them to not have them be just like one solid color, like actually try to make them like an actual object that you'd see in real life. We have probably the tiniest little Barbie brush I think I've seen in my life. And even funnier, there's like little decorative marks on the back which you can't see. Come on. Oh, it doesn't want to pick it up. But so there are like little like decorative little decorative siding style pieces on the brush, and there is a bee on the back for Barbie. But again, it has a little notch, and maybe it looks like a little, maybe it's a little bigger, so maybe it will. Nope, still don't fit. I'm actually wondering, because this Barbie actually has fingers that are all together, so it might actually maybe work. No. I tried. So it's again, little Chelsea accessories that I would need something else. But they're still cute to kind of have as like decorative pieces, like for a room or something. And especially this, because even though there's like a little handle on it, you could play it off with something else. But this is again the tiniest little nail polish bottle I have seen. And again, you can't see, but there is a little tiny bee on the front. And I'm fairly certain Kelly is not going to be able to hold this. Not correctly, but she can hold it. But yeah, kind of sucks that they don't really go for any of the older dolls that I have, but I guess that's to incentivize you that you actually get one of the newer dolls. We have one more backpack to go through, and this one is called the Back to School backpack. This has a pink backpack, and it comes with a little orange notebook. And it says science on the front. It looks like a spiral notebook, which is really cool. There's a little juice box. And there's something a little bit different about this. It not only has the notches so that your doll can hold the juice box, it also has like something on the bottom as if it's like supposed to like click in place like on a table or something like that. It's really weird. And then there's a little, flag. And it says Go Team on it. And it looks like there's a bunch of, like, fruits, I think. Maybe a heart's on there, too, but, yeah. I actually kind of like the items better in this one. I don't necessarily think that they're gonna fit any better on the dolls. But I think they're a lot cuter. And again, they kind of fit that aesthetic for what I would think a backpack would go with. It's like, when you think of a backpack, what do you think? It's like, well, most people think of 2 things. Either hiking or traveling. But also they think of school. So this one for me is kind of one that I'm a little bit more interested in. So we got our pink backpack. It has a purple heart now in the corner, but the same logo at the top. So yeah, into the bathtub you go. I'm gonna pull out the juice box first so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, but so... Yeah, so like along with there being like little fruits on there to tell you like, oh, it's a fruit juice. And a cute little bendy straw coming out of it. There's this thing on the bottom. This, like, notch thing. I'm not sure what it is. But I can't lie, it looks a little weird, at least, because I'm like, I don't remember any Barbie sets coming with, like, a notch on the table that you can just put drinks, and I'm like, and why a notch? It's a rectangular, item. You can just set it down. Typically. Can you hold the juice box, Barbara? No. Again, she cannot. None of them can. Apparently, all the Kelly items, or the Chelsea items, are Enigma. But yeah, I got this really cute little pennant flag. Can't really see any of the details on it, which is why, again, I want to paint these so that they do pop a little bit better. Yeah, because I also cannot tell for the life of me what the other what the other items are around here. But yeah, it's a cute little flag. I'm not even going to try to put it on the dolls because I know it doesn't fit. And of course for me, I hate to say it, but the cutest item of all, and one I would be very, very excited to paint, is this little textbook that says science on it. That you can't see that it says science on it, but it does say science on it. I swear to God, one of these days I'm going to get a better camera. The focus is better too. So that's all for the Chelsea items. We do have one more Barbie item though. And it's funny because it's not much actually, but I kind of got it for 2 different reasons. Let me open it up and then I'll just tell you those reasons. So I got this little accessory kit that just came with a bunch of little bags. And I'm like, granted, the bags are actually fairly cute. So you got like a little gemstone one, this purple one. A very cute, very simple blue, kind of, not quilted, but like almost mermaid scaled one. There's another heart one down here in the corner, pink one. And then like a pineapple one. And I was like, the bags are actually fairly cute. But the thing I like the most is the shelf. You actually have some sort of storage that you can use for your Barbies, like items. And I thought that's actually a really good idea, is not only do you get the purses and everything for your Barbies to kind of go with an outfit, but you also get this little shelf. And now obviously you don't have to put the bags on here or anything like that. I mean, heck, if I wanted to, just take all those out. There's not really a top strap. Not that it necessarily fits very well, not that it's very seamless, but I could put the bags on there if I wanted to. Like these book bags or something like that. I don't have too many other items that I could do this with. But, you know, I could do so much with this storage item. And that's why I like it. Because again, this is another item that would actually fit into a Barbie doll house pretty well. And it's nice like little storage for these smaller items. And just to have for display. Okay, so the very last items that I got from the Dollar Tree store actually are doll clothes. And they're just generic doll clothes, just fashion doll clothes. I got many of them, most because I didn't have them, and I was like, they might actually look promising on some of the dolls, even with maybe some few tweaks here and there. But on top of that, some of them actually did come with shoes that would look good for like the flat-footed Barbies, not like the, you know, not these types of Barbies with these types of feet. So I'm like, okay, cool. So my other Barbie will actually probably have shoes that she can wear. But so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set 2 aside for one Barbie, 2 aside for the other, and I'm gonna try these on. I do not know how this is gonna work. The last time I tried these clothes on, they did not fit, you know, the 90s Barbie as much. The shoes fit just fine, but the clothes didn't. They were better suited for the other Barbie because she wasn't as busty. But some of these items actually do look somewhat promising. They might actually fit. They might need a few tweaks here and there for sewing, you know, things like sewing changes and stuff like that. But I think for the most part it might fit. So I'm very tempted. That's why I got these. I know that they may not fit and I might be disappointed, but I still want to try it. Okay, so not terrible for the first outfit. So, unfortunately, the shoes that it came with do not fit, but good thing is I have other red shoes that I can just use with this. So we put those in there for later. The skirt actually fits pretty well on her. Like, it's not really that loose or anything. It actually is pretty form-fitting. It's pretty lightweight, though, so that's pretty good, too. I think my biggest problem, though, is, so I did make an oopsie, and I did break. Come on, Barbara, move your head. I did break the Velcro for this item here. I was trying to, rip it apart so I could get it open, and it actually ended up ripping the stitching on it. Good thing is that it fits her bust. That's good. And I don't know who was on the job of doing the doll clothes, but let me show you, and let me give you a close-up of the stitching. So yeah, probably not a good idea because it's, but yeah, so like I just completely broke that off. Whoops. But then the neckline, like, there's no Velcro or anything. It is sewn together. Who the frick sews this together? It's supposed to go around the neck. I mean, overall, it's not a bad piece, so to say, but I mean, it's not the greatest piece. But it sucks too because it came with this little microphone accessory. I mean, it's still too short for Barbara. Lady Dimitrescu Barbara. But I mean, guess let me put her down. But the little microphone actually does come out. So it's a separate piece. And then you can actually put it on your doll so she can sing. Kind of. But I mean, it's still a really cute piece. It does need a lot of work. To which I'm like, I could definitely make better. Because that is just shoddy work. If I have the pieces necessary, like Velcro, like the Velcro clamps, or even just like metal clasps or something like that, just something to close up the back of these, which again, I'd probably want to do metal clasps or plastic clasps, just because they're a lot easier to get together, they're a little bit more precise in the fitting, and they don't come apart as easily as Velcro. Yeah. This would actually be a pass. I actually really like this outfit. It's a cute, like, little futuristic 2000s outfit, but it also kind of sucks. And I think I also just broke the little antenna bit on the bottom here. Oh well, that's fine. Maybe outfit number 2 will be a little bit better. Hopefully. So it would have been a really cute outfit, but I can't even get the dress over her thighs. She at least fits into the shoes this time. And of course there's a little bag. A little heart bag. Which is cute, I guess. Now, for this dress, I actually kind of like it. It's like a Minnie Mouse kind of style dress. The problem is that it doesn't fit on my doll. I'm gonna try it on my other doll now that this is the last one. But I think if I'm gonna change this at all, what I would probably do is, I'm thinking about maybe even just cutting, not down the middle of the dress necessarily, but like cutting like down either to the bottom of this black belt, and then basically removing the stitching from around the belt and the skirt, and then just extending this Velcro bit down to the bottom of the belt, and then just putting another Velcro on the bottom of the skirt or something like that. Just because it actually does look like it'd be a cute outfit, but, I mean, the stitching is just so bad. And it's just, I couldn't even get the plastic, where is it? Like these little plastic body molds kind of idea. Which I'm realizing is kind of an odd shape for a woman. Like a doll woman, I guess. Anyways. I couldn't even get that necessarily out of here because the bust was too big and the hips were too big. So this should have been 2 pieces, I think, instead of just 1. It's a cute dress. I'm gonna keep it so that maybe I can fix it up later, but yeah. Sorry, Barbara. It's okay. We'll find you better clothes. I can't really say new clothes because I don't think it'll be new. It'll still be somewhere from like the 70s, 80s, 90s era, but doll clothes that appreciate your Lady Dimitrescu-ness. I am absolutely gonna fix that superstar 2000s metallic dress though, because that one actually was pretty good. Doll number 2. And I did give her a wash as well, kind of finally get out that product and everything, and her hair's actually a lot softer now. It's really nice. There's no way. There's no way I'm getting this on her. I was hoping it'd be 2 cases and it's not, it's 1. And I'm like, there's no way I'm getting this on, but we're gonna try. I might be surprised. Okay, so I am surprised. I'm surprised I actually got this one-piece army printed outfit on her. Glasses don't want to stay on her face. And they do look a little small for her, so we're gonna take those off. But I'm surprised I got this on here. And another thing I've actually noticed, and I mean, granted, I understand that Barbie is a national icon, so I'm wondering if this is why they didn't do it. But, you know, Barbie celebrates all sorts of professions. But yet, I have never seen a Barbie that, you know, has celebrated any sort of military profession. Yeah, sorry, little spiel about that. Nothing to do with dolls. Back to dolls. But yeah, at least on her, the shoes somewhat fit too. And I think this is also the closest I'm ever going to get to a military-style Barbie. Like, honoring the military and stuff like that. This does not want to come out of the blister pack. Come on. Get out of the blister pack. Why? So, actually surprisingly not bad for an outfit. So it's like a lifeguard outfit, and actually the shirt here is actually fairly stretchy. I thought at first, like, because there's nothing attaching it. Like, there's no, like, Velcro, there's no clasp or anything like that. It literally just slips on over their head. And at first I was like, oh great, this isn't going to work out well, but it's actually really stretchy. Like, it's not quite jersey material, but it feels like it. And then same thing with, like, the lifeguard shorts and everything. These actually feel quite stretchy as well, so I mean, it wasn't actually that hard. I mean, the elastic's actually really good on it. So that was pretty cool. You got, like, little... I don't actually know what this is called. This little thing that the lifeguards have. The lifeguard thing. And then kind of looks like the same exact shoes from the military grade one, so yeah. But I mean, overall, this actually isn't a bad outfit. This one actually is probably the better one out of all the ones I've gotten since I've gone to the Dollar Tree stores. But I guess there's hope. There is hope. But yeah, the Dollar Tree store outfits definitely make me want to go down to like a fabric store or a craft store and go get little class and try and fix these outfits. Well, let's get a seam ripper, because I don't think I have a seam ripper yet, but fix these outfits so they actually fit, so that they actually look good on Barbie dolls. Okay, but I think this video's been running on a little long, and I don't necessarily want to take up any more time. But yeah, I'm kind of disappointed with some of the Dollar Tree store items that I got, but again, I'm not necessarily disappointed that I got them. I'm just disappointed they don't necessarily fit my Barbies. But again, it makes me hopeful that I can actually make something of it. Obviously, I'm definitely going to keep all the items I have, and hopefully at one point I will actually fix some of these items, and when I do, I will try to put a update on YouTube to let you guys know and show you off and show off the outfit and tell you like, hey, this is what I did. But yeah, I'm tired. I have to get ready to hang out with friends here in a bit. So I'm gonna end the video here. We still have one more box of things that I want to get through, and I think that'll be the last of the haul stuff. But yeah, stay tuned for that. One more episode. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!